Trading. In today's video, we are going to be covering some chart requests over here inside of our Discord channel. We got a lot of good ones we're going to be covering today. We got Cardano, we got XRP, we got Doge, we got SCI, we got SUI, we got Base, we got Tesla, XRP, Algorand, HBAR, VeChain, Coinbase, TDD. We got a lot of names we are going to be going over in today's video. So stay tuned till the end here, folks. We're going to be covering all of these names inside the Discord. If you guys have chart requests, just get them over here inside that chart request thread. We got Bitcoin putting in a very nice candle here today above 92,000. This is looking very, very strong above that 9 EMA, that orange line on our chart here. 92K is going to play a big support level. If that breaks down, we will most likely see 88 to 84,000 after that. That is a nice, big, fat green candle right there, and that is looking very, very good at the moment. And yeah, looks like I'm having some more trouble with the live stream. Hopefully you guys are seeing the alert there. I'm not sure why it's not getting alerted over there inside of the Discord, but we are live here on Facebook and YouTube, so hopefully you guys can see it now. I don't know why it's giving the alert over there inside the Discord, so I don't know what's going on there, but it's good to be back, guys. I was gone for a family emergency. My mom was in the hospital for a few days, and I had to go make sure everything was all right. She's all good now, so we are back on normal schedule as of right now. What's going on, Matt? What's going on, Angels? Everybody inside of the chat. It's good to see you guys again. Like I said, in today, we're going to be covering some Discord chart requests over here inside of the Discord. There's the alert right there. So again, we're going to be covering SCI, SUI, Tesla, XRP, Algorand, HBAR, VeChain. We got a lot of requests to cover here today. I'm actually doing something here today. So what I did was I took all these names and I loaded them up in this list right here. So this is probably going to cut a lot of time off of these lives because I'm not going to be having to switch back and forth here. So these are all just in this list. So we're just going to go down this list right here. It's in order over there in the Discord. And if you guys have chart requests for Wednesday's video, just make sure you get them over here inside the chart request thread. So with that being said, let's give some people some time to get on. Let me go ahead and cover the trading rules here really quick. If you guys are new to the channel, we are not day traders here on this channel. We are swing traders who are focused on a 1 to 6 month time frame. Okay, if you're not willing to hold for 1 to 6 months, this strategy is not for you. Okay, we're not a get rich quick strategy. We are buy and hold and make money on swing trades. Okay, 1 to 6 month time frame. We focus on a monthly and a daily chart. That doesn't mean that sometimes we won't look at the 4-hour or the weekly chart, but we are primarily focused on the monthly and the daily chart here. Okay, we enter and exit positions using our trading indicator. The green dot means buy and the red dot means sell. Let me just go ahead and go to a chart of Bitcoin real quick. So we're on the monthly time frame here on Bitcoin. Okay, you can see these green dots are the most accurate on the higher time frames. If I zoom out of this chart, you can see that every time that Bitcoin has printed a green dot here on the monthly chart, it has been an extremely, extremely good time to buy. Let's just go right here to January of 2023. Bitcoin's price was right there at 17,000. We were in a bear market from 2021 all the way to 2023 there. That lasted about 2 years. And then we got this signal right here. That was the bottom of the bear market, and we have been going up ever since. Okay. We also got one right here in October of 2023, right here at 26. And we also got one right here in November. Okay. November, that was November 1st, right there at about 68,000. And I believe, folks, we are going to get another one of these green dots here in 3 days. Okay. We get new monthly candles in 3 days. That's going to be Wednesday. And this is a big, fat hammer candle right there on Bitcoin. And that is like one of the most beautiful, beautiful candles I have seen in a long, long time for Bitcoin. And this thing just looks like it's ready to absolutely explode. And like I said, we're getting new monthly candles. Again, the new monthly candles form at the beginning of every month. So that means on May 1st, it's actually going to be on April 30th. So on Wednesday's stream, we are going to see these monthly candles open up, guys, on Wednesday's stream. We go live Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And the first of the month is always the most exciting time for us as swing traders because we get the new monthly candle. When the new monthly candle forms, this indicator shifts over and we get new data on our chart. So if my analysis is correct here, folks, in May, okay, in 2 days, we're going to get that signal, okay? And these signals are extremely, extremely bullish. I mean, you could see the last 3 that we got here on Bitcoin, one there at 16, one right here at 26 back in October, one right here in November. And I'm saying right here, right now, that this green dot is going to be on the chart here for Bitcoin in May of 2025. You're going to see that here on Wednesday, as long as price can hold up. And as long as we can hold on to 90,000, I mean, this chart looks like it's ready to absolutely explode. And why is that good? Well, obviously that's good for us that are holding altcoins, because if Bitcoin goes up, all the altcoins are going to go up with it. And we got a lot of altcoins we're going to be covering in today's video. You guys got a bunch of good chart requests in here today. So let's go ahead and finish the rules really quick. So after you get that monthly signal, folks, okay, we only buy assets that have a green dot or a green candle on the monthly chart. So with Bitcoin right now, we don't have a green dot, but we have a green candle. So that typically is in play, right? So on the next green dot on Bitcoin, you could be looking for an entry. And I think this thing is just going to absolutely explode here. The stop loss right now on the Bitcoin trade is right there at 91,000. It's right there below that orange line. That's our 9 EMA. That's the moving average that we use here. One of them, okay, we use 4 of them, but that is a solid level. As long as that holds, and we're getting new daily candles here in 20 minutes, okay, so you're going to see that probably come through. So I don't think this looks like a bad trade here on Bitcoin, and I really think these markets are going to blow people's minds here over the next couple of months, guys. I think that all the way into the end of summer. I've been saying end of summer for the last 2 months now. I'm talking July or August. You're going to see all-time highs on Bitcoin. I mean, you probably see all-time highs here in June on Bitcoin, but I think this move is going to absolutely blow people's minds. A lot of people are not prepared for it, but this macro chart looks extremely, extremely bullish. And if we get this green dot here in May, folks, this chart is going to absolutely explode. So what we're looking for now on Bitcoin, okay, now that we have that green candle on the monthly chart, again, the monthly chart is key, guys. As long as the dot is green, we're going up. We want to trade with the trend, right? We want to trade when it's red, okay, because it's going down, down, down. We don't want to trade in a bear market. We want to trade in a bull market. Therefore, we want that dot or the candle to be green to take an entry. Right now, if you're buying Bitcoin, you're kind of anticipating, right? I mean, I am like 95% sure, 98% sure, unless we get a black swan event in the next couple of days. A black swan event is like an unexpected thing, you know, somebody nukes America or something, like something crazy that happens that no one can see coming, kind of like COVID or something, you know. But you see this candle, which means we're going to open up green, right, in 2 days. So you're kind of jumping the gun here, but you have that green candle there. So what you should be looking for is pullbacks on a daily, right, or the monthly chart or the 4-hour, whichever one you guys want to use, into these moving averages, okay? You want to buy into those moving averages, green dots on the moving averages. So right now, right, that level to play on Bitcoin is right there at 92. But if that pulls back to 88 into these moving averages, it's still bullish. As long as we're up above the moving averages, the price is bullish, right? You come over here to our cheat sheet, okay, and you can see this is the mean. The mean is the average. So we have a number of different moving averages that we use here. We have the 9, we have the 100, we have the 50, and we have the 200. So the 200 is like the 200-day moving average if you're on a daily. The 100 is like a 100-day moving average if you're on a daily. The 50 is like a 50-day moving average, and this is the 10-day moving average. So that orange one is kind of the momentum one, right? When we break above the orange line, normally in a bull market, that will hold on, okay? And when we break down below it is normally when we go the other way or chop around for a bit. But this is a huge breakout. I mean, this is just an extreme. That monthly candle is one of the most bullish candles I've seen in a very long time, folks. So like I said, I think that green dot on Bitcoin's chart is coming here in 2 days. Okay, I think you're going to see it May 1st, right, when we get that candle. And that will be called out over here inside the monthly alerts. Okay, if you guys are a member of the Discord, you guys get all the monthly, all the weekly, all the daily, and all the golden dots over here. All those alerts called out from the indicator. And again, the higher the time frame, the more accurate. So the monthly ones are going to be the most accurate. The weekly ones are going to be the second most accurate. And I see a lot of you guys asking, hey, why are you using a weekly chart? Why do you care about a weekly chart? Well, guys, the weekly chart feeds the monthly chart, right? Because there's 4 weeks in a month. So we had this green dot come here on Bitcoin back on April 14th, right? You could see boom, boom. Okay, the weekly chart is almost just as bullish as the monthly. It's not as bullish, right? The bigger the time frame, the more accurate. Why is that? Well, that because there's more data, right? There's more data in a monthly chart than there is a weekly chart. 4 of these candles, right? 4 of the weekly candles equals 1 monthly candle. Okay. And then 30 of the daily candles, right? 30 of these equals 1 of these. Okay. That's why these are the most accurate, simply because there's more data. But the weekly dot will always come before the monthly. Okay. So if you took the weekly alert there on Bitcoin, you were entering right there at 83. Okay. You had a simple stop loss right there at 80,000. Boom, this thing's going for a ride. Can it pull back to 88,000? Absolutely. Yes, it can. But can it skyrocket up to all-time highs? Yes, absolutely. So we're fully bullish here, folks. If you guys are following along, me, I'm fully bullish. I think there's a monthly dot coming here May 1st, and I think we're going to break out to all-time highs. My target on Bitcoin's anywhere from 140 to 150 to 140 to 160 here by the end of summer. Okay, by the end of summer, and I'm talking probably July or August. Okay, that's when I'm personally going to be probably looking to take some profits on my crypto. But based on these charts, I mean, you guys are going to see some of these altcoins and how they're setting up too. Not only Bitcoin, but altcoins are looking very, very good here as well, going in for the monthly close here in 2 days. So I'm really excited, guys, for what's about to happen. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of your guys' chart requests. And if you guys have chart requests, get them in over here. Like I said, I just loaded them all up into TradingView. So I'm just going to go down this list right here. So these are all going to be answered in order. I just took these in order over here from the Discord. So if you guys have chart requests, feel free to drop them over there. We do videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday here on YouTube and Facebook and cover your guys' chart requests. And we drop a watch list every single Friday. So if we can get this video on YouTube to 100 likes on stream, or I'm sorry, 200 likes on stream, I'll give away 200 XRP here live, but we have to get the YouTube to 200 likes right here on YouTube on the live stream. So smash that like if you guys are watching on YouTube. If you guys are on Facebook, hey, if we can do it on Facebook, I'll do the same thing. 200 likes on the Facebook stream live. I will give away 200 XRP. I think that's around like $500 right now. I think that's a value of $500 right now if we can do it on stream. So smash that like, share the video. I appreciate you guys tuning in. It helps the channel grow when you guys like the video, and I'm glad you guys are getting value out of this. I missed you guys. I apologize for missing last week. I had a family emergency. My mom was in the hospital for a couple of days, so I had to attend to that, but she's doing a lot better now. So yep, let's go ahead and dive right into these chart requests now. So the first one we're looking at is TAO. So if you guys can never see the data here on the larger time frame, so if you're looking at a monthly and you're seeing your indicator down here and there's nothing on the screen, if there's nothing on the screen, that means there's not enough data. So you can see TAO has only been around since April of 2024. Okay, so there's not enough data to feed the indicator. So what we have to do is zoom into a weekly. So we called this out right here at around 180. We were calling that out at about 180, that weekly dot there. That was on April 7th. This thing's already up 100% off the dot. I mean, this thing is up very, very nicely here, exactly 100% from where we called the signal out at. And you can see the stochastic's getting a little high here. But like I said, if crypto's going to break out here, I mean, we're just now breaking out over the 200. So I really like this one. I would use a stop loss below these moving averages down here on the daily right there at 280. It has a red dot. But like I said, I think in the next 15 minutes, you're going to see a green one pop back on there. So if you want to tighten your stop loss up, you could put it at 320, but I'm saying hold here, folks. I mean, look at that monthly. Okay, beautiful reversal candle there. That's a big, fat green hammer right there. I think TAO is ready for the Ripski. So I don't know that I'd buy it here, okay? I don't know that I'd buy it here. I'd wait for more of a significant pullback. But if you guys entered where we were entering here off the weekly dot, you're already up 100%. So when you're up 100%, what you could do is you can sell half of your position. Okay. So what I mean by that is, let me open up my calculator really quick. Okay. Think about this, guys. If you're up 100% on an asset, so say you put in $1,000, okay, and you made 100%. So that means you doubled your money, right? So if you make 100%, you just have to multiply it by 2. You now have $2,000 if you're up 100%. So if you sell 50% of that, right, 50% of your position, what you can do is you could sell half the position. You take your initial investment out and you let the rest ride. That's never a bad strategy for when you're up 100%. Obviously, it's on you. If you think this thing's going to explode, if you think we're in a bull run right now, we do have to get over 400. But if this thing breaks 400 tomorrow, this thing's going to absolutely explode. So I don't think it's a bad place to, I mean, if you want to take some profits, you have another name you want to buy, maybe sell half, or you could hold. Okay, the stochastic is touching that white dotted line here. You're obviously playing a breakout here, and this candle today is very, very bullish. That thing's up about 4%. So I'd be a holder here of TAO. I would not be a seller just yet. I mean, you could sell 25, 50% of your position if you'd like, but that one still looks good. I think that one has a lot of room to run here into summer. And then AIOZ, this is an AI name. Okay, it doesn't quite have that green dot yet on the monthly, but it does have a nice big fat green candle. Let's take a look at the weekly here. We got the weekly alert right there at around 18 cents. This is another one that's up about 100% off of that dot. And the stochastic is still pretty low here. Okay, that stochastic RSI, that's a good indication. A good indication is to sell when that's up here at the white dotted line, depending on what time frame you're trading. So you can see the last time that hit the white dotted line was right here in December. That was all the way up there at around $1.30. Okay, and then what did it do? It puked it all back. Okay, we had the red dot right there again. That was the sell signal right here on this candle around 110, 120. And now it's sold all the way off, all the way down there to 20 cents. You got the buy signal right there on the weekly. So with what the weekly's looking like right now, I think this monthly dot, I think you'll see the monthly green dot down here come. I believe you'll see that come in May on the 1st. So if this thing pulls back to like 30 cents, I would buy more. But as of right now, I would just be a holder of this name. Okay. Watch for a pullback to 30. If it pulls back to 30, I would buy more, but I would be a holder of this name right now. And I would be looking at anywhere from $1 to $1.20 for a take profit on AIOZ. Let's take a look at Rose. This is another cryptocurrency here, another altcoin. Again, this wave is way down here. We got a nice green candle this week. The weekly, this one kind of looks weak, guys. This one looks like a weaker one. It hasn't really broken out yet over that blue line yet. What I do on this one is I wait for a bigger breakout, maybe over 4 cents. I'd wait for a green dot on the monthly for this. You do have the weekly, but there's just no volume. You can see how AIOZ, that one broke out over the 50. Okay, when we're below these moving averages, guys, we're in a bear market, right? On a daily chart, it's easy to tell what the direction is, right? Because we get rejected. Okay, we get rejected. We get rejected. Okay, right now we're breaking out over it. That's why I like TAO and AIOZ. Rose, not so much. I'd like to see it break out over that blue line because as of right now, this thing just looks weak. Look, it got rejected right there, flushed, got rejected, got rejected, got rejected, got rejected. Okay, and you also got a red on the daily there. So I think there's some better names to own than Rose. Again, I don't know anything about the Rose project, so that would be more of a fundamental investment on you. Here we got AZERO. I haven't seen this one before, but this one looks like an altcoin. Again, the chart is just down and to the right. So I don't like this one either. It's up 20% today, but I want charts that are going up and to the right, right? Not making lower lows. Okay, if your chart's going this way, it's in a downtrend, right? There's no buyers. Look at Bitcoin's chart. Okay, what's Bitcoin doing? Bitcoin's up and to the right, baby. Up and to the right. What is that AZER doing? Okay, down and to the right. So this one's stuck in a downtrend right now. Yes, it does have a green dot or a green candle, but again, it'd be more of a fundamental investment. I don't know anything about this project, but I don't like the direction of the chart. It looks weak. AVAX. AVAX is a good project here. That one's also got the green candle there on the monthly. The weekly, again, we got the weekly dots right there at around 16. It's sitting at 22 now, and that has broken out over the moving average. Again, this chart over here, guys, very important. You want to be up above the mean. Okay, the mean is what we like to focus on here. The averages on the daily chart. Okay, you can see, boom, we broke out over it. Now we're testing it. Now we need a green dot on the daily. So I would look to buy AVAX on the next daily green dot here on the daily. Now that we got that breakout and we got a green candle here on the monthly. AVAX looks good. I don't think this one has taken off yet. I think this one looks good over $20. Honestly, my stop would probably be down here at 18. But if it goes to 20, I would buy more off a green dot. I think it's going to bounce around here. I think you'll see a breakout over 24 here in the next couple of days. But I'd wait on the daily dot. That daily dot will be called out over here inside the Discord for you guys. Okay, so our strategy is really simple, folks. Again, we need a monthly green dot or a green candle on the chart. As long as we got that, we are looking for those daily entries, as long as we are above the moving averages. Okay, we don't want to buy the green dots below the moving averages. Okay, we want to wait for the breakout over it. The reason we got the breakout is why that monthly candle is green. Okay, because when we're below the moving averages, okay, that's when we're in a downtrend. We have now broken the downtrend and now we're retesting. Okay. We're probably going to come down there and test $20 possibly, or we could just go straight up. So I would say 20 is a big level to watch. I would have a stop loss at 18 on AVAX if you're in it, and I would remain a holder of that name. We got MSTR. MSTR, big fat candle as well on MSTR. That's going to close very, very nicely here. That's looking really good. I mean, this looks like it's about ready to freaking rocket ship, and this is a good sign for Bitcoin too. This is Michael Saylor's company here. Look at that. Boom. Big fatty candle, dude. Big fatty, dude. This one looks like it wants to do the Ripsky. What I'd be doing is I'd be holding on to this one. I mean, you could take some profits up here. They do have earnings coming up on Thursday. But I mean, this thing could pull all the way back to 265 and still be bullish. You can see how we bounced on the 200 there. We bounced on the 200 there. We bounced on the 200 there. And again, if you guys do not have these moving averages, we also use a Fibonacci here as well. Okay, we use a Fibonacci and the moving averages. Okay, if you guys do not have these indicators, you guys can download the whole entire layout. Your screen will look exactly like my screen. All you guys got to do is come over here, click on the trading indicator tab right here. You click this link. It takes a couple of clicks and everything loads directly in. Your screen will look exactly like my screen. Okay. When you click on this link right here, it takes a couple of clicks. And then for questions, if you guys need help loading it up, again, we've had hundreds of people download this. It's a really easy process. Just email me if you have any trouble. My email is right there inside of the Discord. But I really like MSTR here. I don't think it's a bad place to sell like 25% of your position. Okay. Now that the stochastic's touching there. But I do think this one has a little bit more room to go. Okay. Earnings is always a gamble, right? Earnings, they got earnings on Thursday. So that'll be interesting to see how they report. But if Bitcoin explodes here, I mean, guys, this chart on Bitcoin, this is looking so bullish, dude. And if this thing keeps going up, MSTR is going to absolutely explode. So I wouldn't mind taking some profits here, selling like 25% because we've gone up for like 7 days in a row. Or wait on a red dot, whatever you want to do. And we'll see how Bitcoin acts. But right now, we just broke out over that resistance at 346. So, I mean, like I said, we could come all the way down to like 250 and still be bullish on MSTR. But I think this one's about ready to rocket. And that's all, of course, going to depend on how Bitcoin's looking. But Bitcoin's looking very bullish right now. So I'd remain a holder, and I'd look to sell on the red daily here. Okay, on the red daily. Where are we at in terms? Yeah, we're getting pretty close to the Fibonacci. So this Fibonacci tool is a great tool to use. I'd look to take some profits probably at 450 as well. Okay, the top of that Fibonacci zone there. That's a great place to sell some. You can see we hit it right there. We also broke out of it right here and just went absolutely bananas. So I think MSTR is a solid hold still. I think it's a solid hold. Would I take some profits here? Probably. I'd probably sell like 25% of my position and let the rest ride and see what Bitcoin's going to do here. But guys, Bitcoin's chart is looking so bullish here. Here's TAI. This was my favorite trade of the year. I mean, this was my most profitable trade of the year. We called this thing out on Monday. This was actually a request on TikTok. Someone requested this on TikTok. I had never seen it before. I think I had actually heard about it back here in like December, but I looked at the chart and I saw where the wave was, and it was just very, very overbought. And you could see that it sold all the way off from 50 cents all the way down to 3 cents. I took an entry right here on Monday. And again, if you guys want to follow my trades, I call out all my buys and sells right over here. Okay, I think I made around 300% on this trade. I bought it at 3 cents and I ended up selling it at 13. Does it look like it has some more room to run? Absolutely. It does look like it could run more. That was a huge candle right there. Okay, we caught that perfectly. That was a 300% racker right there. Okay, we sold around 13. What I'd be doing is I'd be watching, I'd put a stop loss at 9 cents on TAI. Okay, if you're still holding, make sure it holds on to 9 cents. But this thing's holding up very, very nicely here, guys. Very, very nicely. I actually like the project. I just wanted to see a little bit of a pullback maybe into that 9 at like 8 cents. If that thing does come down to 8 cents, I might buy more. but we'll see how it plays out. The reason I sold is because we hit the 200 here. We hit that 200 EMA there on the daily chart. Okay, and that normally acts as resistance. You could see we got rejected right on the 200 EMA. It got rejected, but now it's building support right here at 10, putting in a bull flag. So it still looks really good. Can it sell off to like 6 to 8? Absolutely. But I'll probably be looking to buy TAI on the next daily green dot whenever that comes. Okay, and I'm not saying this thing can't explode up here to 20 to 24, but when I buy something at 3 cents and it goes up to 13 cents, guys, I feel greedy continuing to hang on because again, I was up around 300%. I put in like $20,000, so I was up like 60 grand on the trade. So I had to take some profits, right? I had to take some profits there, and now I just want to see a pullback and a green dot on the daily. Now that the monthly candle is green, okay. But this is actually a legit looking project, and it is a very low market cap. So we're definitely keeping our eye on TAI here. What I want to see here on the daily is a pullback into one of these moving averages and a green dot. That's what I'm looking for on TAI there on the daily chart. The monthly looks good. We just want to see a little bit of a pullback on the daily because, again, it has already ran 300%. So, I mean, if it pulls back to 8, that's like a 40% drop. So it's very, very volatile. But again, I really like the project, and we're looking for a pullback on the daily. DJT, I think this one's still ripe. I think this one's still prime. This is another one I think is going to have a green dot show up on the monthly chart here in May. Guys, I think you're going to see a flood of monthly dots here come on Wednesday and Thursday. So we'll get the crypto ones on Wednesday, and we'll get the new monthly dots on Thursday for stocks. Okay, because the crypto candles close every day at 5 p.m. Pacific. So in 1 minute here, we're going to get the new candles on the daily chart. Okay, so on April 30th at 5 p.m., see, we just got new candles. BCH, green dot. SCI, green dot. What else we got? Okay, so like SCI just got a new green candle here, or a new daily candle. So you're seeing SCI give you the green dot. What are we going to do? We're going to set a stop loss right here at like probably 19 cents, 18 cents, 18.5. Okay, and that is a buy signal. But again, this one's coming up above. So this is like you're playing a big breakout here. We're above these moving averages, which is a really good sign. Okay, you just want to make sure it holds on to 18 cents. So that's an easy stop loss there for SEI because, again, look, you got the green candle here on the monthly chart. That is the potential reversal signal. Again, that first green candle is always a great candle to buy. And we're going to close green here. I mean, unless this thing sells off 50% in the next day, we're going to close green on the monthly. The first green candle on the monthly is an epic place to enter, guys. So I think SEI is an absolute buy. I know this one's in the chart request as well, but I'd be watching this one. 18 cents is a solid stop, and you got the buy signal right there. So like I said, on April 30th at 5 p.m. Pacific time, okay, it's 5 p.m. right now. So wherever you're at, okay, this is what time the crypto candles close every single day. So on April 30th, we're going to be getting new monthly candles. What happens when we get the new monthly candles? Everything shifts. The indicator forms a new candle, and we could potentially see that green dot come up on your name. So like I said, we call out all the monthly alerts over here in the Discord for our members. And I think on the monthly open for stocks and crypto, you're going to see a load of them come through here. And DJT is one I think will have one. Nice green candle here on the monthly. It did print a daily red dot here. So you could see a pullback into like 24 or 22. But I'm continuing to hold my position. DJT is one of my largest stock positions here. I'm looking to potentially add again on DJT on the next daily green dot that we get. Okay. So watch for a pullback into the averages here. And watch for that next daily green dot there. But this one looks really, really good for a swing trade, giving us a green candle here on the monthly. DJT is very bullish. Here's MOH. This one is also still green on the monthly. We've been watching this one for a while. That is a nice green dot there on the monthly. Again, the last time we got a green dot on the monthly down here was in July. And again, guys, this isn't a get-rich-quick scheme. This isn't a get-rich-quick strategy. If you waited 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 months here, okay, and again, if you want to be a day trader and sit at your computer all day for 8 hours a day, be my guest, okay? But a lot of us have big boy jobs that we have to attend to and responsibilities, wives, husbands, kids, we don't have to sit in front of our computer for this to work. If you bought here in July of 2023, you bought it $300. It went all the way up to $430. Okay. Over a 9-month period, you made 46%. Now, this is a big tech stock. It's not an altcoin that's going to run like crazy, but I like this one. I like MOH a lot. At a healthcare company, it's bouncing right on the averages right there. Again, if you look at these moving averages, guys, these are a great reference point to buy. Okay, as long as we're up above them, we're in a bull trend. Okay, if we're down below them, right, getting rejected, getting rejected, getting rejected. Breakout, pull back into it, boom, green dot, do the Ripski. Okay, and I think you're going to see a green dot here on MOH here tomorrow. I like this one, and I would use a stop loss right there at, call it 306. 306 on the stop loss for MOH. What else we got? We got Boot, B-O-O-T. This is the Boot Barn. Okay, that one's still red on the monthly, so we want to wait for that candle to shift, turn green, or a green dot there. We got Trump coin. This is the Trump's meme coin here. Big fat green candle after it launched. This was all the way up here at $50. It went all the way down to $7. That was a 90% drop. Now people see that and they're like, oh my God. Okay. As swing traders, that's a good thing. If you believe in the project, he had announced that he is going to have a dinner with his top 220 holders or whatever. Okay. But look, we're breaking out over the average. Again, when we break out over the average, guys, the mean is the average, right? The mean is the average. So that's the takeoff phase. We want to buy that first pullback and that first green dot, okay, on Trump coin. So right now it's red. So I'd like to see this thing pull back to 12, give us a green dot and rip. But I would be a buyer of Trump coin on the next daily green dot now that we have the monthly signal, okay? I would be looking to buy the first pullback and green dot on Trump coin, okay? That one looks good. What else we got? Is Trump not in my... Did that get removed from my watch list or something? What the hell? Huh. I don't know. I got to put that one back in. That will now be alerted in the Discord there. I don't know why that one got removed. I had that one on my thing there. Okay, so ADA. So this is more of a confusing one for maybe for some of you, right? It has a red dot here, but it has a green candle, right? And with the sentiment of the market right now, I think it's extremely bullish, folks. I put a stop loss at 60 cents. And I think you're going to see a green dot. This is a bull flag, folks. This is a major bull flag right here. So you're seeing this one set up right here between 65 cents and 75 cents. So if this one breaks out over that 75 cents, it's going to absolutely explode. So I would buy ADA on the next daily dot. The next daily dot, I would be looking for that daily dot. You can see that one came right there at 61. Did the Ripski, but this thing's been going sideways for a long time. Yes, I know we have a red dot here on the chart, but that candle is green, meaning buyers are stepping in here. So I think ADA looks really good over 60. Okay, even 65 could be your stop loss, but if that breaks down, I don't think that's going to break, folks. I don't think it's going to break. I think you're going to see a green dot here in the next couple of days, and I think you're going to see a big move to the upside. But I would be looking to buy ADA. I'd be a holder here if you hold it, and I would look to buy it again on the next daily green dot here. I really think we're literally days away from seeing a major explosion here. Okay, look at XRP. Big, fat bull hammer as well here on the monthly. Big, fat bull hammer there. Okay, we've been talking about $2 for a while now, right? $2 is the support level we've been watching for a very long time. Okay, what did XRP do here? It pulled back into the moving average. It dipped below it, got sucked right back up. Okay, there's a famous investor, I can't remember his name, but he says nothing good ever happens below the 200 EMA. Okay, that 200 EMA is a very important EMA. You can see when we're down below it, we're in a bear trend, bear trend, bear trend. Boom, we break up above it, we pull back, we get the green dot, nice little trade there. Okay, and what happened down here? Okay, boom, broke up above it, and we did the Ripski. Okay, this thing went from 50 cents, right? We were buying XRP back in November, guys. The easy money's been made. We bought the monthly dot right there in August at 54 cents. This thing went all the way up to 350. Not saying this thing can't explode here, because I think it's going to $5 to $10 here in the next, by the end of summer or the end of the year, however you want to play it. But again, I would wait for a green dot to buy it. As of right now, I'd be a holder. I would not buy this thing up here. I would look to buy it on the green dots, right? This thing's probably going to move here this week. It's probably going to break out here and go up to $2.80 to $3 over the next couple of weeks. Again, the monthly candle, that thing's, if it closes here, that's a super bullish close. Okay, that's a bull hammer. A bull hammer is when they sell it off and the buyers come right back in and suck it right back up. So I really like XRP here as long as it can continue to maintain that $2 level. it just looks really bullish, guys. You don't even got a red dot yet. So I would love to see it break over 240. I think if we can get over 240, this thing's easily going to be back at $3 here in the next couple of weeks. But we're breaking out. We're now above all the moving averages. So XRP is looking really bullish, guys. I'd maintain a hold position. If you want to buy it, wait for a daily dot on the daily chart. We got this is Doge. Doge is also green here on the monthly. Okay, no dot yet, but like I said, I think that's coming here in May. We're testing that moving average right now. So if you're in it, I would hold the position and I would wait to buy it on a green dot here on the daily. We got MOV. This one's ugly, right? This one's probably red. Okay, I'd wait for that candle to flip. Okay, wait for the candle to flip green or wait for a breakout over that 50 EMA, guys. If it's most likely, if it's below, well, 99% of the time, if it's below the 50 EMA, that's that dark blue EMA on our trading indicator. If it's below that, okay, more than likely it's red on the monthly. So I wouldn't touch move here. I wouldn't touch it yet. Okay, I know Trump had it in his portfolio, blah blah blah, right? But I would wait for a bigger breakout and then a retest and a bounce. Okay, I'd hold off on that one until the candle flips. We got mover. Let's look at mover on Binance here. Okay, that one is breaking out over the 50. So that probably means the candle's green. Yes, the candle is green here on the monthly. Beautiful. Okay, so what I do is I'd use a stop loss at $5. I would hold this one. I mean, you could enter here at 640. You could buy this one here. Again, we got the green candle there on the monthly. And more than likely, this thing will show a green dot here on the monthly chart here come May. I'm sorry, May. And I would look to buy it. I'd buy it here, and then I'd buy it on a green dot. I'd buy the breakout of that 50, and I would buy the green dot there on the daily. And again, you got the green dot, green candle here on the monthly, so you're looking for those green dots here on the daily. So I'd wait for that. But like I said, I think you could see that probably in the next couple of days. We got SEI. We just talked about this, so that one's given a green dot there on the daily. Again, you got the macro. Man, this thing looks so bullish, dude. Okay, we called this thing out right here in April 14th. That was at 16 cents, guys. 16 cents. It's already up around 40% off of the call out there on the weekly. And again, you had the green monthly. So what you're looking for now is the green here on the daily. And this thing just looks really bullish. Oh my gosh. I literally think crypto's about to shock the world, guys. I think people are about to crap their pants. Okay. Indicator link is over here in the Discord, guys. You guys can download our indicator layout over here. Click this link. It's a couple of clicks and everything loads directly up into your trading view account. Your screen will look exactly like my screen. That link, Nightbot keeps dropping it right there. You can see overkillinvestingclub.com is how you join the Discord. It's free to join. Got a free course in there too. If you guys want to check out the free course, there's like 7 or 8 videos in here you guys can watch completely free. Yes, we do have a membership over here as well. You guys can check that out. It's $4 a month for full access to everything. But there's lots of free content in there you guys can take advantage of, especially that course. What else do we got here? SEI again. I'd buy this one right now, and I'd use a stop loss at 18 cents. I think this one's about ready to absolutely explode. This just looks extremely, extremely bullish. Oh, my God. Look at that big fatty, okay? We called this out on the 20th, guys. The 20th of, I believe it was the 20th of April. This was at $2. This thing ran 68% in 6 days off of that signal. Okay, I even dropped the video on TikTok. You guys can go check the receipts on that one. But this thing's ran really hot here. So I'd take some off the table here on SUI. I would sell like 25%, maybe even 50% of my portfolio. Just because, again, it's of the position, just because it's already ran really hard. Again, everything's up here on the daily. What you want to see is like a pullback to like 3 to 275 here. Again, this thing ran really, really hot here. Okay, maybe even 250. If you want to buy it, I would wait for a green dot. I would not be buying this thing up here. I would not be buying this thing up here. I would be taking profits up here. Okay, it's already ran 60%. Wait for the pullback into the averages. Again, if you guys are looking at this, the average, right? We don't want to buy when things are way off of the average. We want to buy as close to the averages as possible. That mean, okay? That's our moving averages. We use the 50, the 100, and the 200 along with the 9. Okay. Right now we're sitting very far off of those lines. If it comes back and retests the average, okay, that's a 25% drop. Can it turn the other way and go to the moon? Yes. But again, you're already up 60% if you got off the signal. Okay. So what I do is I take some off here and I would wait for a pullback and a green dot here on the daily chart. But macro looks really good. That's a big fat candle right there. Holy smokes. Okay, so I'd be watching the daily for a dot here now that we have broken out. Again, when we're down below the averages, okay, we're in a downtrend. We're in a downtrend. We're in a downtrend. Now we've broken out. Now it's going to return to the average. That's going to be your opportunity. I think SUI is going to set up really, really nice off its next daily dot here. So I'd be patient on that one. I would not buy it up here at 350. I want to wait for a little bit of a pullback here. We got base is for everyone. Okay, so I called this one out. I think it was like last Saturday. I said that I bought a very small position at around, I think it was around 4.5, 0.004. So the reason I bought this one, guys, I'm just not going to call out meme coins anymore in the Discord, because I bought this one because you saw that their who was it? It was Base. So Base is a layer 1 blockchain. It is Coinbase's layer 1 blockchain, right? So this is a total speculative play here, right? Total speculation. I don't know what this coin is all about. It's a brand new project, okay? It's only been out for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 days it's been around. So it's brand new, guys. Yeah, and you can see they just dropped a tweet. They better not have deleted that tweet. They probably did. Let's see. They dropped the tweet somewhere over here. Basis for everyone. So you could see they made a coin. Okay. They're saying it's not their native coin, but they did make this project. And this is Coinbase's layer 1 blockchain. So guys, I put like 1% of my portfolio in this. 1%, like a very, very small position. Why? Because it's literally a $4 million market cap. Okay. It's a $4 million market cap. So that means if it goes to a $4 billion, so say I think I put $2,000 into it. Okay. So right now it's a $4 million market cap, right? And again, this could go to zero. If it goes to zero, I use 1% of my portfolio. But let's just say it actually turns into something and it goes to a $4 billion market cap. It catches Pepe in market cap. And again, this is not a joke of a layer 1 blockchain, right? Base is Coinbase's blockchain, right? That is their blockchain. And they are now starting to make projects, right? And again, this could totally be this is the only reason I bought this. And my investment was so tiny, so small, that if it goes to zero, I don't care. Okay, I'm losing 1% of my overall portfolio. But hear me out. If it goes from a $4 million market cap to a $4 billion market cap, if it catches Pepe in market cap, and it's not going to happen tomorrow or next week or the next day. It might happen in a month. It might happen in 6 months. It might happen in a year. If it goes to that, okay, that would be 1,000x, a 1,000x. So let's just do the math on that. So if I put in $2,000 and it goes up 1,000x, okay, I don't even know how to do that. I think it's like you times it by, you pretty much just add 6. Man, I'm not even knowing. It would be $2 million. Okay, because if it goes 10x, that would be right a 10. Oh, actually, let me see here. 2,000, right? If it goes 1,000x, you just multiply it by 1,000, right? $2 million. Okay, 2,000 into 2 million. If you put in 200, right? 200 would turn into 200,000. So that's just saying it would catch this in market cap, right? So I'm sorry for anyone that got confused. If you went too heavy in this, I mean, that's on you, okay? Because I put a very, very small, I said 1% of my total portfolio. That means if it goes to zero, I'm going to lose 1% of my total portfolio. But again, this is a very new project, guys. It's only been out for 13 days. And again, it's Coinbase's blockchain that created it. They are the creators of the coin. Base. It is called Base on their blockchain. So could it be a nothing burger? Yes, it could absolutely be a nothing burger. But if that hits and it turns out to be something, again, nobody knows what it's going to be because it's so new. But if, like I said, if it catches Pepe in market cap here, I'll make $2 million. So if it goes to zero, it goes to zero. I lose my initial investment, which was 1% of my total portfolio. Okay. So again, speculative play. Like this is not something you go all in on. This is something that you put a little bit in. And if it actually turns out to be something, if Base turns out to be something on their blockchain, it's it could be a big winner. But it is catching some buyers down here. You can see the green candles. We went down. Well, they released it, and it went all the way up to like 2 cents, and then they rugged it on everybody. So I bought it after they already rugged it on everybody. So I'm down like, I don't know, 20, 30% on the position. But again, I put in a very minimal amount to me, right? 1% of my total portfolio. Okay. And if it goes to a $4 billion market cap, if they turn out to do something with the coin, that gives it utility, it could fly. I mean, it's a very speculative play, guys. So I just want you guys to know that going in. I'll try not to call the speculative plays out anymore. Okay. Because you guys didn't seem to enjoy it. Again, I'm not selling this thing. I'm literally never going to sell it unless it does go to a $4 billion market cap, or maybe it goes up 10x. I don't care. So it's speculative, but it's bouncing here off 2 cents. It bounced really nicely there off 2 cents. So that's the level to watch here as of right now. But this isn't really a technical play. This is more of a fundamental play. Again, I bought this because Base is the creator of it. It's like it's not their native token, but they created it. So if they do something with it, we're early. We're buying it within the first 2 weeks of it even being released. Okay, imagine buying Bitcoin within the first 2 weeks of it being made. I mean, that's kind of how you got to look at that one. Tesla here is green on the monthly. You got a nice green candle here on the monthly. It's coming up here testing those moving averages. So the dot is still green here on the daily. They just released their self-driving cars. Again, everyone was shorting this thing. It still has to get over that psychological 300 level, but we did get that weekly dot called out there around 230 to 240. But it does have a green dot here on the monthly. So I wouldn't buy this thing up here, right? We should have been buying down here if we wanted to buy it at 247. This one needs to get over 300 to really impress me. It needs to break over 300. We have built a very strong base there at 220 though. So if you're in it, if you played the dot there on the weekly, I would continue to hold this one and look to buy pullbacks here on the daily chart of Tesla there. We got Algorand. Algorand's also green here on the monthly. Therefore, we're looking at the daily, and it has broken out over the averages. So I like Algorand as long as it holds on to 20 cents. I'd be watching for a green dot on the daily chart to buy Algorand. We got VeChain also breaking out over the 50 finally. Again, when we're below the moving average, okay, we're getting rejected. We're getting rejected. We're getting rejected. Okay, we're breaking out over the 50. Okay, and the monthly chart here, boom, green there on the monthly. Okay, now what are we looking for? We're looking for a green dot on the daily. So I would look to enter Algorand here on the daily green dot. This looks, I'm sorry, VeChain. We're looking at VeChain here, but this looks good. I would buy this breakout right now. Okay, because again, you got that green candle here. That's going to close green, which means May, we're most likely going to get the green dot there in May. So I'd be looking to buy VeChain on the next daily dot here, folks. Next daily dot's going to be a solid buy for VeChain. I just really like the project as well. I think it looks really good over 2 cents. Okay, let's look at it on Binance where it has a little more data for us. Again, look at the monthly. Okay, strong support down here. Strong support down here. I think VeChain's a winner, dude. VeChain's an absolute winner. We got that weekly dot called out right there at around 2 cents. Okay, it's almost at 3 cents now. So I'd be looking to buy VeChain on the next daily dot, folks. And I think this thing's probably going to explode up to 3 cents here in the next couple of days. We got ASTS. What's going on, Ty? I appreciate you. I appreciate you, man. We got $20 is the psychological level on this. We got a nice green candle here. This is a satellite company, so keep that in mind. Again, you got the green dot right there at around 22. So you can watch $22 as your stop. I wouldn't buy it here. I just continue to hold on to it. What's the weekly saying? The weekly's green here as well. So this one's just choppy right now. It's very choppy. Watch for the breakout. You'll most likely get it probably here into their earnings. How I'd play this is I'd use a stop loss at around $22. 22 looks like a solid stop loss. It's testing those 4-hour moving averages there. So it's a tough one, okay, because this one's very choppy. Okay, I like to buy things that pull back really hard. Like look at VeChain, okay, super hard pullback, 8 cents all the way down to 20. That's a 60, 70% dip. Okay, that's a dip right there. That's a dip, okay. This one right here, it's just so choppy. It's hard to trade. This is one you're probably in here on the 15-minute trading it. So I'd use a stop loss at $22 on this one if you're trading it, okay? And then I'd play the upside there to probably around 36. VRA is nice and green here. I think this one has a better chart on. Let's check KuCoin. Yep, VRA is green on the monthly. So this one qualifies. It hasn't quite broken out over that moving average. So this one's still showing weakness to me. bounce, bounce. We want to see it break out there. So watch for the green dot. I would set up your stop loss after you get the daily green dot. Here's Coinbase breaking out over the 50. Beautiful to see. That one's also got a nice big green candle here. I think you might see a dot here on the monthly here come May, okay, in a couple of days here. I like this one as long as it can hold on to 180, okay? It's a little overbought here on the daily, so I wouldn't buy it up here. I would wait for a pullback and a green dot. Pullback and a green dot on coin. Wait to see where it pulls back to first, okay, because we are coming into those EMAs right there, which could get rejected. This thing needs to get over 220, okay? Needs to get over 220. I would take some profit here if you got in on this dot down here at 150. Okay, you're up 25%. I'd take some off the table here and then look to buy some maybe at 180. If it pulls back to 180, pull the trigger. Okay, but right now I would not buy this one up here. Again, the wave is too high. Stochastics up here. We want to buy when that stochastics down here closer to zero. Okay, right now it's up here on the daily. So again, yes, we have a nice green candle. Obviously, if Bitcoin breaks out here, Coinbase is probably going to go to the moon. But yeah, I would not buy this one up here. I would be holding it or selling some, looking to buy a pullback and a green dot there on the daily. We got Amazon. Amazon's still red on the monthly. Okay, I saw the weekly dot get called out today. This weekly dot got called out today, but I'm not playing this simply because they got earnings on Thursday. And I think Amazon is going to be hit. It's going to be hit very, very hard by tariffs if those don't get figured out with China. Okay, because all their shit is probably from China. All the people selling on their store from China. So I think their business is going to take a significant hit. That's why I'm a little hesitant to buy this one into earnings. I personally would wait till after earnings to play this. Okay, because if they sell off on earnings, you'll get an opportunity to buy it lower. And we're still red there on the monthly, and we're still below the moving averages. So I would hold off on Amazon. I would go short Amazon here if I'm being honest, because I mean, unless those tariffs get figured out, Amazon's going to not perform very well. TDD, same thing, still red on the monthly. The daily hasn't broke out over the 50 yet either. So I'd wait for that. We got HODL. This is the, I believe this is the VanEck Bitcoin Trust. This is like a Bitcoin ETF. I personally don't trade this, but they move very similarly to IBIT. IBIT is the one I trade. I believe this is the BlackRock ETF here. IBIT, but you can see the charts are literally identical. This is IBIT. This is HODL. So again, we're off of the moving averages here. So I'd want to see a pullback into probably 24 to 25 here and a green dot. So I wouldn't buy this one until you get a green dot. You had an opportunity right there at around 22. Nice 20% move there. So again, now that the candle is green, we're looking for the pullback on the daily. That is our strategy, right? As long as we're green and trending up above the moving averages, we're looking for pullbacks and green dots on the daily chart. Okay, this last daily one came right there at 22.50. That was a nice 20% move. So what I do is just wait for a little pullback, green dot, boom, I buy that. Okay, but those ETFs, those Bitcoin ETFs are also looking really bullish too, folks. So that's another good sign for BTC. We got SPA. I've seen a lot of you guys talking about this in the Discord over the weekend. Nice green candle there on the monthly. Okay, the weekly dot came right there at around 0.014, went up 100%. Now it's kind of pulling back. So another one I'd wait for a pullback and a green dot on. Okay, if it pulls back into the averages here around 0.017 and gives you a green dot, I'd buy it. Looks like it's building support right there around 0.0177. So I want to see more of a pullback and a green dot. I'd buy this one on the next green dot here on SPA. And I'm going to add that one into our watch list just because you guys have been talking about it so much. So you'll now get those alerts. You'll get that daily alert called out over there in the Discord here when it comes. Bark, this thing's getting wrecked. Yeah, this one's way below those EMAs. This looks ugly. I would not touch that. XCN, also just building a base here. I want to see more of a pullback. I said if this thing pulled back to that 0.015 level, that put us into that 100-day moving average right there. The 100-day moving average is the 3-month average. I would like to buy it there, but again, another one we just want to see the green dot on the daily on. Now that we got the green dot here on, or the green candle there on the monthly. Okay, and the dot is also green on the monthly as well because we don't have a red one. So we're looking to buy any and all pullbacks, any and all green dots here on the daily. You can even use the 4-hour to reference your positions, right? The 4 hours shorter time frame than the daily you guys can use. And again, If this thing pulls back, look where it bounced last time. It bounced right on that 100-day moving average last time. Exactly. Bounced on that at 0.016. It's bouncing right on it again. So if you're in this one, you could use a stop loss right there at 0.08 or look to buy more at that level. But personally, I'm looking for a green dot here on the daily. I want to see where that comes. That could come tomorrow. That could come the next day. The stochastic's getting pretty close to zero here. So that one's setting up pretty nice. I would wait for a daily dot there. Ondo's breaking out over our 50 as well. So that probably means that the monthly candle is what? The monthly candle is green, okay? And we're building the base right here above 90. So this one still looks really, really good. And I would look to buy Ondo on the next daily green dot. I think that's probably going to come here in the next couple of days as well. If we break over $1.05, this thing's going to explode. Okay, we're going to absolutely explode if we could break over $1.05 there. Why $1.05? Well, that's because that's right where we got rejected right there. If we can break that resistance level, this thing is going back to $2 to $3. Easy, easy. So Ondo, you guys got to be guys. We have a very, very small opportunity window here. Okay, if you guys made it through this 2-month sell-off that we just experienced, 2 to 3 month sell-off, and you guys are still here, okay, we are about to get everything back and more, okay, based on what these charts are telling us. So you're going to have a very small window of opportunity here to buy this stuff this cheap again. So if you're still watching, if you're still here, okay, if you made it through this ugly 2-3 month period that we all had to sit through, congratulations, okay, because you're about to be rewarded for it. Again, the market rewards people who deserve to be rewarded. People who sell down here, right, that sell after a big sell-off, right, if you go back over to the cheat sheet, oops, what the heck? Okay, if you sell in despair when everyone's freaking out, okay, you don't deserve to be rewarded for your efforts in the market. You don't deserve it, okay, because everyone's panic selling down here. We're simply waiting for this to happen again, for everybody to get excited again. When is people excited? When are people excited? When we're freaking ripping to the sky, right? When we're doing the ripski all the way to the, I don't like that thing over there. That's gonna, oh yeah. When we're ripping to the sky there. Okay, this is what everyone's excited about. Everyone wants to buy Ondo up here at $2. Okay, they're in euphoria. They're in delusion. Oh my God, Ondo's the next big thing. They're not saying Ondo's the next big thing right now because we just sold off from $2.20 all the way down to 64 cents. Guys, that is a 70% drop. Okay, if you were buying up here, you're down 70% all the way to the bottom. Most likely, the retail buying up here sold somewhere in this area. Okay, if that was you, you don't deserve to be rewarded for the next leg up because this is coming. I believe we're right here. I believe we're in a big bear trap where everybody thinks we're going down, right? You're kind of seeing that sentiment change right now. You're starting to kind of see a little bit of media attention, right? But everybody for the last 2 months has been saying, oh my God, it's over. No altcoin season, bear market's coming, recession's coming, depression's coming, blah, blah, blah. Right, that's what the sentiment has been. So a bear trap is when everybody thinks everyone thinks we're going down, but we end up ripping. Okay, and I think this is coming into the end of summer. And like I said, at the end of summer is most likely when I am going to be looking to take profits on all of my crypto because I believe we're going to be back up here, okay, in new paradigm territory. So I think we're about ready to break here. And Ondo looks really good here, guys. Ondo looks really, really good. I would say above 80 cents, you're solid. This looks solid. If you get a green dot above 80 cents, I would buy the crap out of it here on the daily. And the monthly looks really good as well. So, yeah, I really like Ondo at these levels. I'd buy it. If you're not in it and you want to buy it, I'd buy it right now. Or you can wait for the daily confirmation. But like I said, I think that daily confirmation is coming either tomorrow or probably on Wednesday when we get the new monthly candles. I'm excited, man. We've been waiting for this, man. It's our time, baby. It's our time. Okay, ARB, this is also in my portfolio. I have a position on this. This is a new DeFi play. They're a pretty big DeFi project, and they got a nice green candle there on the monthly. This is one that hasn't really moved yet. We're breaking out over the 50. I bought this thing at like 25 cents, I think. I bought it like down here. I jumped the gun on that green dot just because I had a feeling the market was going to reverse after we sold off for 5 months straight. Normally, after you sell off for 5 months, you get a bounce, okay? If you see 5 months down on a monthly chart on a good project, you'll most likely get a bounce. But I really like ARB. If you're not in it, I would wait for a green dot here. But it looks like that thing's going to come here probably today or tomorrow. Okay, as long as it holds on to 30 cents, I think it looks good. But we're in this thing for a swing, so I'm not looking to sell this until this stochastic on the weekly gets back up here, or we come back up here in the red zone on the fib. Okay, and that's all the way up here at around a buck 20. Okay, a buck 20 is probably where I'm going to be looking to take profits, anywhere between $1 and $1.20. Okay. And if you guys don't know what the Fibonacci is, I have a free trading course over here in the Discord you guys can watch and learn more about these indicators. We got FTM. FTM is green here on the monthly as well. That one looks good. It's kind of stalling here on the 50. So again, we need some volume and we need a big breakout. I think you're going to see the volume come in here in the next couple of days when we get these new monthly candles. But FTM looks good as long as it can hold on to 44 cents. If you get a green dot above 44, I would buy it. Okay, watch for a daily dot now that we're getting this breakout here on the monthly. Again, the breakout is that first green candle or the green dot. I would just be watching for a daily green dot to buy this one. We're sitting right on that EMA. We really need to break over 60 on FTM. Solana also breaking over the 50. Again, when we're below the moving averages, we're in a bear market, bear market, bear market. Okay, same thing back here. Man, when was the last time Solana was in a bear market? Look at bear, 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 breakout, pull back, rip it. Okay, and then we were in a bull run that whole. I mean, Solana's been in a bull run since 2023, damn near, if you look at the moving averages, right? And we just broke below it right there in February when everyone thought we were going up. So February, in my opinion, guys, was a bull trap. Okay, everyone thought we were going to bounce here off the 200. Everyone thought we were going to bounce right here around 290. So a bull trap is the opposite of a bear trap. A bull trap is when everybody thinks we're going up. Okay, oh, we're going back up, right? Oh, we're going back up. And we end up just getting crushed. That, to me, was the bull trap. To me now, this looks like the bear trap to me. Everyone thinks we're going down, right? The sentiment is not bullish. It's getting better, but it's not bullish, right? People still aren't bullish. People are still very uncertain. But just by looking at the charts and seeing the break of the EMA, seeing the monthly candles start to flip to green, that's what gives us hope, right? That's what's given us a little more hope that, hey, this literally could be a bear market. And I'm about 90 to 95% sure right now that we're in this. Okay, we're right here. Okay, and if we open up on if these crypto candles give us monthly dots here in May, in 2 days, if you see a flood of monthly dots here in 2 days, you're going to know it's a bear trap. It's a bear trap. Okay, so I like Solana. Easy stop loss on Solana is 130. 130 on the stop loss, and I would buy this one on the daily dot again. These daily dots are called out over here in the Discord. We just got one on BCH and SEI. So BCH has given us a green dot here on the daily as well. Okay, boom, you got the green dot right there. So how do you play that? You simply use a stop loss either at the previous low right there at 340, or the less conservative stop loss is down there at 320. But again, a green dot with a green candle or a green dot on the monthly is bullish. Okay, that is bullish because the daily will feed the monthly chart. So as long as we could break out over 380 here on BCH, I think this one looks like it's ready to explode as well. Okay, the weekly chart looks really bullish too here. Okay, there is a chance we could chop around a little bit and just go sideways. But I think this is coming. I think it's coming real fast, folks. Okay, and BCH, nice green candle there on the monthly, and you're getting the signal here today. So I like it as long as it can hold on to that 320 level. And Solana, again, I think this looks really, really bullish above 130. As long as Solana can hold that 130 level, it's bullish. Okay, nice big fat green candle there on the monthly as well. And again, the weekly, we got the weekly dot right there on the 14th, right there at 130. So yeah, 130 is the stop loss for Solana here. But everything looks good, right? We're breaking out over the EMAs. That's a good sign. Okay, we're not getting rejected. We broke out over it. So I really like Solana here above 130. We got ILV. ILV's breaking out here as well. Nice monthly candle. I'd buy this one right now. Okay, buy this one right now. Use a stop loss at 12 bucks. Okay, that one looks good. CVX. This is a, I'm going to add this one to my watch list. Don't know too much about it, but I'm going to put that one on the signals there for you guys. But that one has a nice monthly candle right there. Green monthly, so we're looking for the green daily. And we are above those EMAs. So we want to buy that first green candle that we get, the green dot that we get there on the monthly now that we have broken out over the EMAs and now that the monthly dot is green. We got H-bar also breaking out here. So it's funny how we're just now breaking out over the EMAs right when we're about to get the monthly candles, right? This is not a game, guys. Institutional investors don't day trade, okay? They're using robots to day trade. A lot of them are swing trading. And when they swing trade, they're using the macro time frames, okay? They want to see what's going to happen on a monthly or weekly basis. They're not in here like the majority of retail, sitting here all day on their computer trading a daily 1 minute chart. Okay, they're not doing that. The big boys, right? The smart money, these guys are making moves based on weeks to months to years. They're not trying to think of what's going to happen in the next 5 minutes like everybody on TikTok and everybody on YouTube. Day trading is not cool. Okay, it's not cool. I just think it's the dumbest thing ever. Okay, because it's a waste of time. It's gambling. Okay, it's a lot easier to catch one of these. Okay, a big old move here. I mean, imagine if you guys actually bought Bitcoin right here. Okay, back at January 2023, 2 years ago at 17,000, and you held all the way up here to 110. I mean, you made 600% in 2 years. I'd much rather take that and not have to sit in my computer all day long, go work my job, go do what I need to do, go spend time with my wife, go play fetch with my dogs, okay, and go from there. We're not day traders, guys. We're not trading a minute chart, okay? We're not trying to buy here and sell here, buy every 5 minutes, right? That's just, to me, it's just not cool. It's a waste of time. And 95% of people, that's the thing, is everybody's day trading on TikTok. Everybody's a day trader. I don't see very many swing traders. I see a couple good people on TikTok. And I'm not here to hate, guys, but the truth is 95% of people that day trade fail. So all these people on TikTok that are going live and day trading a 1 minute chart, 9.5 times out of 10, they don't make money. They don't make money. They lose in the end. Okay, that's just facts. Look it up. Okay, what's the percentage of day traders that are actually successful? Okay, not many. There's very, very small majority. Okay, so I don't know. That's just our approach. Again, I'm not here to hate or throw shade on anybody. I'm just here to state the facts. Okay, the majority of day traders fail. 90 to 95% of day traders fail. So what makes you so special? Okay, if you're trying to day trade, what makes you think that you're going to beat? If there's millions of people day trading and 90% of them fail, what's going to make you win? Okay, and I'm not saying you can't day trade and be successful. It's very, very unlikely, though. It's a lot easier. You listen to Warren Buffett and the greatest investors of all time, they'll say the same thing. They say day trading is for idiots. Warren Buffett says the markets were created to transfer the money from the active, meaning the people that are constantly making trades every single day, to the patient. Okay, us on this channel, we are the patient. Okay, we're willing to wait 1 to 6 months for our investment to go up. We're not panic selling a dip. Okay, we're not panic selling, right? A lot of us were buying right here in February, right? February, January, right here at 21 cents. It dipped all the way down to 12 cents. That was a nasty move, right? That was a 40-50% drop. Not that much. I think it was like a 35% drop. We watched our accounts go down 35%. Okay, but now we're right back to even because we waited for a couple of weeks. Okay, so we're not panic selling. We're just understanding what the charts are telling us. Okay, and H-bar, one thing about H-bar, I've been talking about this for probably a month now. One thing I noticed about H-bar from the last bull run, okay, you look back here in 2021, this is when the bull run kicked off. Okay, what did we do? We went up for 1, 2, 3 months. Okay, we went from 3 cents all the way to 50 cents. What happened after that? We pulled back for 3 months. 1, 2, 3. What happened after the 3-month pullback? We ripped to all-time highs right there for the next 3 months. Okay, so 3 up, 3 down, 3 up. Well, it actually was 4 up. But again, this is the pattern I see playing out on H-bar. Okay, look at them. Okay, 3 up, 3 up. We only went down 2 months this time. Okay, 2 months, green candle, rip. 2 months, green candle. What's coming next? Do you guys think this thing's going to get flushed? They're going to sell it all off down here to 4 cents? Or do you think it's going to do what it did here in the last bull run and go back up here to 50 to 60 cents? I'm thinking, right, if I'm a betting man, I'm taking this pattern right here just because this is exactly what happened last time. Get everyone excited, get them all out of the market, get them all excited again, and then rug it. I think they're going to rug it here at the end of summer. I think you'll be trading between 50 and 60 cents. Could hit $1. I don't know. But we'll know when to sell, right? When we get our signals. And I think H bar is a solid buy here if you guys haven't got it yet. I like it as long as it holds on to 15 cents. 15 cents is probably one of the easiest stop losses that you can make. And yeah, Daniel says, not to mention all the money you lose on fees when you're day trading. Yeah, the fees are ridiculous for crypto right now. I mean, Coinbase and Robinhood and all these exchanges are making a killing off of day traders. Absolute killing. So it's just not worth it. It's not worth it to be an active day trader, especially in the crypto market. Okay, that's just my opinion, though, guys. This is just my strategy. I've been trading for 8 years. I've done it all. I've seen it all. Okay, I've tried day trading. I failed miserably. Okay, the only time I've ever been profitable, I mean, I've been profitable the last 2 years on my trades. Okay, and that's because I've taken more of a long-term approach, a 1 to 6 month approach, and not checking it. I mean, I do look at my portfolio every day. I won't lie, but I only check it a couple times a day. Okay, I don't have to sit here for 8 hours and try to guess what's coming next. Okay, we're simply 1 to 6 months out. We're swing traders. And again, all the rules are listed right over here. It tells you the buy strategy, the sell strategy, everything you need to know. Okay, focused on a monthly and daily chart. Okay, 1 to 6 months out on all investments. But I'm bullish on H bar. I like it above 15. I'd buy it on the next daily dot. Rocket Lab, nice move there. Big fat green candle there on the monthly. Not a bad place to take some off the table here. It is breaking out here, though. This looks really good. This actually looks really good here. Nice breakout. I wouldn't buy it till you get that pullback in that green dot, though. But I would hold this one till you get the daily dot. Okay, and that will probably come. It's still kind of in a downtrend here, so I would protect your investment here. I'd put a stop loss at call it $20, but I would buy this one on a pullback. I would buy that one on a green dot on a pullback there. We got SOXL. This one is a 3x leveraged. This is a 3x leveraged ETF for chip makers. So this is like investing into NVIDIA. You got Intel in there. I believe it's AMD, Texas Instruments. So this is like buying an ETF with those names in it. One thing I called this out at like $7, I think. But one thing I noticed on the monthly chart was how this sold off. It found a bottom right there around $6, $7. And then it ripped up to 70. It's doing the same thing here right now. So to be sure on this one, you got dot showing a green dot here. You guys seeing that live here on the daily. Okay, polka dot showing a daily dot here. Let's check that out real quick. Okay, that's also breaking out over the EMAs there. So I really like polka dot here. As long as it can hold on to $4, it looks good. Again, you got a green candle there on the monthly. That is showing us that, hey, we're going to reverse going into May. So I would buy polka dot right here off that dot. And I think that one is in our chart request. So you're seeing that boom right here. And it looks good above 4. So you got an easy stop loss at $4 right there on that. If that thing can get over 450, I think that's going to absolutely rock it. But like I said, you can see if you use that average there, boom, got rejected, boom. We have broken out of it now. Okay, and we also got a monthly candle showing green here. So polka dot looks really good. Okay, and that was actually coming up there in a couple of requests. Let's go back to that Soxel. This is an ETF. So this is a leveraged ETF, guys. This thing moves. It's very volatile. Okay, but down here it bounced at 7. It bounced at 3 right there. I think you're going to see a bounce here if chip makers can hang on. This is a tough one. This is a tough one for me. I would wait for a green candle or a green dot to take action. Personally, I did talk about this at like $7, but I was telling you guys to wait on the green dot there on the monthly. So let's look at the weekly real quick. So the weekly's trying to find a bottom here at $7. So I would just watch that $7 level. I'd honestly put my stop loss probably at 10 on this one, $10 on the stop loss. Okay, I'd probably take profits around 20 to 22, but very risky play there. That's a 3x leverage play. So very, very small amount. You should be investing in that. You shouldn't be going heavy. You should be very, very small in that one. And again, this thing was all the way up here at $70 back in the bull run in July. So I like that one over 10. Here's KPRL. This one's ugly. Red, I'd wait for the green candle. Here's AERO. We called this one out on the weekly here last week there at 40 cents. It went all the way up to about 67 cents there. And it is breaking out over that 50. So I love this one. I think this is one of the most bullish looking. This is also a play on the base network. Okay, I like this one as long as it can hold on to 49 cents. I would look to buy that one on a green dot, but that one's on the watch list. That one will be called out. That green dot will be called out there. And I would look to buy that one again on the next daily grade. But if you haven't bought the breakout yet, you could buy it up here, but just expect it could probably pull back here in the 50. But this one looks really bullish, guys. This is a good play on the base network. If you guys believe in the base network, we talked about that a little bit at the beginning of stream. That is Coinbase's blockchain. Okay, Coinbase has their own blockchain. It is called Base, and this is one of the largest projects on that blockchain. AERO, solid play here. Okay, solid play. If it pulls back to 50 cents, I'm going to buy the crap out of it. Okay, especially on a green dot. So watch for that dot. That will be called out over here inside the alert section here. And again, we just got one from DOT, we got one from FCI, and we got one from BCA. So AERO is a solid play here. This is ORN. Still red there on the monthly. So, yeah, I mean, it's trying to break out here. I don't know anything about this. So I would use a stop loss at 30 cents, maybe even 40 cents on this one. Don't know too much about it. Okay, but I would wait for a green dot to buy it. Hopefully you got in right there at 32. ZBN, this looks good. This looks good. The ZBAC network. Nice green candle here to start the month. Beautiful breakout there on the weekly. And the daily chart is also breaking out, but it is testing resistance right over here at 0.014. So you can see it got rejected up there. You can see that stochastic RSI is touching the white dotted line. So again, I wouldn't buy this one here. If anything, I'd take a little bit of profits here, maybe sell 25%, wait for a pullback back into the moving averages, and then that's where you could take profits. But if this thing breaks out over 0.014, it could absolutely move. Okay, and you don't got a red dot just yet. But I don't think this is a bad place to take some off. I put the stop loss right there at 0.001. Okay, watch for a pullback into the moving averages there on the daily. But you do have that breakout candle there on the monthly. And a lot of you guys have been talking about this one too. So I'll put that one in the watch list for future alerts. IP, this is called Story. This is too new of a coin, so I can't see it on the monthly. The weekly's green. Okay, weekly green candles there trying to reverse here. I like this one as long as it can hold on to that $3 level. I don't know too much about this, and it looks like a very new project. So if you're buying new projects, you're buying based on fundamentals, not necessarily on technicals. But if you're going to buy it, I'd use a stop loss at 340. We got XCN. So here's another name. Again, guys, we're up above the EMAs. That means we're bullish. Okay, we bounced right there on the 200 at 0.07. We're breaking out above it. Nice green candle. Well, we got a red dot there on the monthly. So what you could do is set a stop loss at 6 cents. 6 cents is your stop loss on XDC. You could even move it up here to that right there at 0.068. And I'd continue to just hold this one and buy every single green dot as long as the candle holds green here. Okay, so above 0.068, this one's bullish. Okay, I'd remain bullish on this one. I'll go ahead and put that one in the watch list there, even though I can't buy it. Pepe breaking out over the 50. So this one looks like it's ready to go too. I'd buy Pepe right here, right now off the green candle. And I would use a stop loss on Pepe, probably right there at 0.000075. Okay, look to buy on the daily dot if you want to wait. But normally you want to buy the first breakout. Okay, you want to buy that breakout, right? Buy that first green candle, that green monthly candle. And this is a technical breakout here. Again, when we rejected, breakout, that tells you we're about to pump here. So I would use a stop loss at, like I said, 0.000075. You can even put it down there at 0.000007. And then the next green dot on the daily will be the tell. That one will also be called out in the Discord. Jasmy's also breaking above the 50, which means we have a green candle here on the monthly. This one looks good above 0.013. Okay, I'm buying all daily green dots from here on out. Okay, as long as we remain green here on the monthly. So watch for a daily green dot there on Jasmy. That one looks really primed as well. We also called that one out on the weekly too. Okay, that was called out right here at like a penny. Okay, you're already up around 60% if you guys got in on the weekly dot. Okay, and the daily's just now breaking out. See, we broke out, tested, bounced. Okay, now we're breaking out above the EMAs. That's a great sign. Okay, when we break above the EMAs, look at it. It looks like an exact pattern here. Breakout, test it, rip it. Okay, what did we just do? Breakout, test it. We're probably going to go test like 0.015 here. The next green dot, I would buy Jasmy. Next daily green dot, you need to buy Jasmy. Rio, this one looks too new for me to give you a tell, but it is ripping right now. So I would probably take some profits here at 30 cents. I don't know anything about the project, and I don't have a whole lot of data, but that thing is very, very overbought right now. If you want, wait for a red dot there on the daily. XYO. XYO is green here on the monthly as well. Okay, now this one broke out again. You don't want to chase when we're way off the averages. You want to wait for a pullback. I'd like to buy this one at 0.012, but again, wait for that daily dot. Now that we are green here on the monthly, we got Polkadot. Polkadot's a buy right now. Okay, I like Polkadot above $4. I think Polkadot's going to break out here above 4. Green there on the monthly. You got the daily green dot here. Okay, I would buy the crap out of this thing. You could use a stop loss, or you could just buy it down here at 3.5 when it goes there, if it goes there. But I like Polkadot here. NAK. Don't know what this is, but I would want to see a little pullback. You can see how it bounced on the 50 there, bounced on the 50 there. We're sitting a little off of it right now, so stochastic's getting pretty close there on the daily. Weekly looks a little overdone. I don't know. Northern Dynasty Minerals. This is a tough one from a technical standpoint because again, this chart has just been offloaded on. Okay, I don't know what they do, but the dot is green, so I would be looking to buy the dailies here. Okay, you should have bought, I guess, right there at $1. Looks like a penny stock though, so this strategy isn't very good with penny stocks, guys. I'll be honest about that. It's better with names that actually have utility and are legit companies. Again, I don't know too much about NAK, so but it is trading at $1.15, so that makes it a penny stock. Cleveland Cliffs is still red here on the monthly. Wait for that candle to change. You're seeing that ZBCN come in there with a weekly. We got LCX flipping to green here as well, which most likely means, yes, we're breaking out over that 50. So I like this one above 14 cents. 14 cents. I'd buy this one on the next green dot there. That one's also on the watch list as well. Chainlink. This is my largest position. So I rolled all my profits into Chainlink. Chainlink is my horse. I think this is probably one of the best crypto projects out there fundamentally, just based on the research I've done. I'm not sitting here trying to shill this thing, but I believe if there is going to be a bull run, Chainlink is going to do very, very well. Okay, it might not go 100,000x, but if it goes 100%, 200%, I'm going to be really happy. Okay, and we are green here on the monthly, and I would be looking to buy any and every green dot here on Chainlink. If this green dot comes either tomorrow or the next day, I think this thing's going to be trading a lot higher. Again, guys, we have a very, very small window of opportunity here. Very, very small window of opportunity. You're just now seeing this breakout happen. Okay. We have gotten rejected. Okay. These moving averages, I haven't talked about enough in the past, guys. Moving averages are very, very important. You could tell, okay, based on the trend, just like the red and green dots on the monthly, if we're in a downtrend or an uptrend. If we're getting rejected on these EMAs, we're in a downtrend. We don't flip until we break out over the EMAs. Okay. And what is Chainlink doing right now? What has Chainlink done actually for the last 3 months? Okay. We sold off. We got rejected. We got rejected. We got rejected. We got rejected. We broke out. Okay. And now you're seeing the breakout. So the tell here will be a daily dot on Chainlink, but I have held my position. My average cost is like 15 because I just kept buying this thing all the way down here, and it hit $10 and it's back up to 15, 16 bucks now. And it looks like it's about ready to absolutely rip. Again, if this bull market is going to happen, I think Chainlink is going to do very, very well. Very well. Okay, if you guys have chart requests, just due to time, I'm only going to be taking requests here from the Discord here. So get them in over here. And if you guys missed today's, I will cover these on Wednesday. So just make sure you guys get those over in the Discord. We're growing, guys. We have 2,000 members now. To be honest, I don't have a lot of time in my day to stream for 3 hours. So I just want to be respectful to our members over there in the Discord. I mean, look how many requests we're covering today. I mean, there's just a ton of them. So I just want to take care of our members first. If I have time at the end, I will try to take some from the live, but it is very unlikely. So I highly recommend getting it over here on Wednesday. I will be covering the rest of these requests here after this post right here. So again, we're live Monday, Wednesday, and Friday here at 4:30 Pacific time. Okay, every single Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Last week I wasn't able to go live because, like I said, my mom was in the hospital and I had to tend to that. So normally on a normal schedule, we're live Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So make sure you guys join the Discord, become a member, and drop your chart requests over there. Again, we have like 2,000 members now and growing. We're growing very strong over there. So love to see it. And yeah, we got probably the best crypto community out there. crypto, stock market, finance, everything. Okay, we're not just about crypto, we're about stocks and everything finance. Okay, and I love the community we're building. I love doing this. I love sharing it with you guys. I love the community. I love the Spartan Army. I love all you guys. So I'm really grateful to be able to do this pretty much full time now. I did pick up a part-time job recently, just for shits and gigs. And I think after this summer, I will be able to be doing this full time. So I'm really grateful for that. And I love trading and I love sharing the information with you guys. So hopefully you guys get some value out of everything we talk about here, and just know that I really appreciate everybody. Thanks for everyone that messaged me and stuff like that and checking on me over the week. So really appreciate you guys. Chainlink, again, one of the most solid projects. I think this looks fantastic over 14. If we get a green dot here tomorrow or the next day, if this thing breaks over 16, we're going to fricking fly. Okay. We're going to absolutely fly. And I just think I'm massive. I think we're stuck, folks. We're stuck right here. We're stuck right here in a bear trap. Okay. On the majority of these coins, I mean, people, you guys have seen the sentiment over the last couple of months, right? You guys have seen the sentiment. I mean, it has been, oh, bear market, oh, Trump this, oh, Trump that, oh, tariff this, oh, tariff that, oh, recession, depression, okay, concession, mafession, wahession, okay, you just seeing it everywhere, right? And the majority of people, okay, the majority of retail don't want to buy during that time, okay? Because why? Because it's psychological, folks. It is psychological, okay? Everybody, retail wants to buy when everyone's excited. Everyone's screaming about it, right? Everyone wants to buy Chainlink up here at $50. Okay, $50. Oh, Chainlink's the best thing in the world. It's the next big thing, right? No one wants to buy after this. But look, you could have been buying Chainlink if you bought this green dot down here in 2022 at like $7. Okay, $7 you could have bought on this green dot. You could have bought it right here at around 12 or 13. Okay, this next one is coming in May. I am very confident. I'm like 90 to 95% sure that a green dot is coming on Chainlink in May. Okay, 90 to 95% sure, guys. That is pretty damn good odds. Okay, and I've been doing this for like 8 years. Okay, and I can tell when a chart is ready to break out, and Chainlink looks like that chart. Okay, and I like it. I mean, you could set a stop loss at 14. We're breaking out over the 50 after we've been rejected on it like 6 times. Got rejected, got rejected, got rejected. Here's the breakout. Okay, we have a green candle here. Okay, we just went down from 31 all the way to 10. That was an 80% drop. 80% drop looks like this. Okay, if you're buying at 30 and you're down 80%, okay, you're in despair. You're like, oh my God, right? Because you put in 10,000 up here and now you have $2,000. Okay, and now you're like, oh God, what do I do? My wife's going to kick me out. I don't know what's going to happen, right? When really all you need to do, if you're buying a good quality, that's why I like to push, guys. You need to buy good quality projects, good fundamental projects. Amazon, Apple, Meta, okay, Google, okay, stocks and cryptocurrencies that aren't just pump and dumps. They're not just here now, gone later. They're good quality projects that are going to be around forever. Okay. That way you don't have any fear because you just know it's going to bounce back, right? If it's a good company, a good project, if you don't believe that the stock or the crypto you're buying is going to reach its all-time high, you shouldn't be buying it, right? If Chainlink goes back to $50, guys, it's sitting at 15 right now. If it goes back and touches the high of 2021, which was the last bull run, that's a 240, 250% move. So you put in 10,000 here and you just wait. Okay, you're going to make $25,000 all the way back to the top. So you'll have your 10 turns into 35. Okay, so if you're not buying projects you believe in, okay, that's also a big no-no. Okay, but I like Chainlink here. Bonk also doing the Ripski. Okay, where'd we call out the green dot on this one? Back here in March. That was at around 0.00001. You're already up 100%. So on Bonk, again, breaking out over the EMAs. Beautiful looking breakout here. Yes, you're getting the red dot. Yes, it could pull all the way back down here to 0.005. I would just wait on this one. I would wait for a green dot on Bonk here. If you missed this alert on the weekly, I would wait for the daily now. Okay, wait for a pullback either on the daily. You can even use the 4 hour. Okay, the 4 hour will put you right there at 0.0004. Guys, I think we're about to go parabolic, man. I ain't just saying, I ain't just pulling this out of my rear end either, guys. I think crypto is going to shock the world here. Okay, going into summer, end of the year. I think you're going to see the biggest FOMO rally you have ever seen in your entire life. Anthony says, where do I ask in Discord to look at a stock? So you come over here to the Discord, right? And you come down here to the chart request thread. If you can't see the chart request thread, that's because you need to become a member. Okay, it's $4 a month if you guys want to join the squad, and then you'll be able to see the chart request right there. Okay, you just drop it in there. Again, we cover those Mondays and Wednesdays. XLM also breaking out over the EMA here. Probably got a nice green candle there on the monthly. Yes, it does. Weekly chart also breaking out as well. I just really like XLM here too. Any cryptocurrency right now, guys, I'm a buyer of. I mean, not any, but any good quality project. Some of these that we've talked about, I don't really know. Like Rio, I don't really know about XO or XYO, but XLM is a solid project. And as long as that thing can hold on to 26 cents, I like it. I would look to buy this one on the next daily green dot. Okay. If you miss the weekly signal here. Okay. That was right there at 23. So watch for the daily green dot on XLM for an entry. Okay. But again, the first breakout is not a bad place to buy. If you buy the breakout, right, you could buy some now. And if it pulls back and gives you a green dot, you could buy more. Here's Ray. I don't know why Ray's not on the watch list, but also, what are we doing? We're breaking out over our EMAs. What happens when we break out over the EMAs? Okay, the EMAs are simply just the moving averages. The moving average, the average, another word for average is the mean. We're taking off, okay? We're taking off. We're breaking out over the average. We're probably going to pull back a little bit and retest. We're going to get a green dot, and then we're going to rip, okay? Break out over it. We're waiting on a little pullback and a green dot, and then we're going to rip, okay? Radium is a big Solana project. And again, look at that monthly candle. Just fat green candle there on the monthly, okay? I think Ray's going to explode here. Okay, I like this one as long as it holds on to $2. All-time high was all the way up there at $8-9. That's 200% back to the top. Here's IMX breaking out over the 50, which means we do have a green candle here on the monthly. If you like this one, I'd buy it right now. Okay, I'd buy this one right now on the breakout. Okay, buy the breakout and then average down or average it on the green dot there on the daily. But this thing looks like it's going to explode here. Okay, watch 50 cents. We got Gala sitting right on the EMA there, and it is green there on the monthly. You can hardly see it, but yes, the candle is green there on the monthly. So I would nibble at this if you want to own it right now, and it looks good. Okay, and you could wait on a green dot, or you could buy the breakout here. That's on you. Okay, if you want to wait for confirmation, no one ever went broke waiting for confirmation. Just know that could be higher or lower. I just like the fact that it's going to close with a green candle here on the monthly chart here. Again, these candles on the monthly are going to close in 2 days, guys. We're going to get May's monthly candle opening up here in 2 days. 2 days, you're going to see it. Okay, and I think you're going to see an absolute flood of alerts over here in the monthly section of the Discord. So watch for that. Here's GRT. GRT also green here on the, like I said, every crypto is green right now. Every crypto is trying to break out. It looks good. I like GRT. I'd buy this one here on a green daily dot. We got MU. MU has not broken out yet, unfortunately, and it's still red on the monthly. So I want to see a little bit more of a breakout here. I know we got the weekly signal, but I'd like to see that one get over that $85 level there. Okay, if you're playing it, I would use a stop loss at 70. Okay, but understand that the stochastic RSI, when that touches that white dotted line, is normally a sign that we are reaching the top here. So this one's finding some resistance right there at 80. Again, I want to trade when the monthly candle or the monthly dot is green. It's red right now, so I would stay away from MU there. SMCI, on the other hand, that one's green on the monthly. Okay, which means we're breaking out there over the 50. Okay. I would just watch 32. I'd watch for a green dot, and I would watch that 32 support level right there. IOTA. And again, guys, all these chart requests are over here from our Discord. Okay, they're from all these requests here over the week. Okay, this is the list of requests right here. So if you guys have chart requests, just get them over here inside the chart request thread in the Discord. IOTA. And our next chart request video will be Wednesday at 4:30 Pacific time here. IOTA is also breaking out here. Wait for that green dot on the daily. Also got a green candle there on the monthly. Looking good. I just wait for the next daily green dot to be sure. Okay, that looks good though. Turbo, also nice breakout here. This is a meme coin on the Solana ecosystem, I'm pretty sure. Big old sell-off, but a big fat green candle this month. So again, I don't want to chase a big pump like this. I want to wait for a little bit of a pullback. So this one actually looks pretty interesting, and it's on Coinbase. What the hell? Huh. That's interesting. I'm going to go ahead and add that one to our watch list. Looks like a low cap. What's the market cap of that one? Let me go to the research tool /info turbo. Okay, you guys have access to this tool as well over here. It pretty much tells you exactly what it is and what it does. The first meme coin ever created completely by AI. Ooh, $336 million project. So nice breakout. I want to see a pullback and a green dot on it, though. Pullback and a green dot on the daily is how I'd play that one. Okay, if you're holding it, hopefully you got in down here at like 0.002. I mean, this thing ran, dude. 195% up. I think our TAI play was a little better than that. But again, I'd wait for a little retracement and a green dot, and that one doesn't look bad. If you believe in the project. Again, I don't know too much about it, but let's watch that one for a pullback. If it could pull back into the 50 at like 0.003, I might consider buying it off a green dot if it happens. So that's what I'd watch for. We got the monthly chart on Sonic here is green. That looks good, but it is kind of getting rejected there at the 50. So I'd wait for a green dot on this one as well. I like Turbo a lot better than Sonic here. RITM, this is Rhythm Capital. Still red there on the monthly. The weekly looks good. Yeah, this one's tough. Again, if you bought this right here at 960, it's probably like a dividend stock, I'm guessing. So I just make sure it holds 1050. Here's DOG. This is Dog. This is the Dow short. So if you want to short the Dow, this is a good name to buy, but it's coming down here. So it is above the EMAs. I like that. I just wait till it comes further down and gives you a green dot here on the daily. We got DEC, DEK, CK. Okay, that one's also down below the 50, and it's red on the monthly, so I would avoid that one. HP, ugly. Okay, ugly HP. We thought this thing was going to bounce up here at 25. We were stopped out. Ugh, ugly. Wait for that one to break over the 50. Okay, I think we were entering right here around 29 on that green candle, and it got stopped out right there. I think it was like $30. But I would wait for a green dot or a green candle on HP here. We got VKTX. This one's green here. Okay, I like this one. Viking Therapeutics. They don't have any earnings, though. So they're not even a legit company yet. So personally, I wouldn't buy it just based on the fundamentals of them not having earnings. But I'd want to see this thing break out over 28. I'd want to see the 28 break out there again. You got the green candle there on the monthly. So if you believe in the company, not a bad place to take a position here. You'll most likely get a green dot here in May, most likely. Oh, Pepsi getting rocked. Oh, man. Ouch. Okay, again, getting rejected on the EMAs, rejected on the EMAs. Puke. Okay. Ugh. Puke, puke, puke. Ugly. Ugly, dude. Yeah. Shit, man. Yeah, I think stocks are not the place to be right now, guys. It's time to buy crypto if you haven't. Crypto is going to be the future, man. I mean, it's just all over the wall now. It's all over the writing's on the wall here, folks. Crazy. Okay, Pepsi's just puking. Wait for the monthly. CELH. This is actually interesting. We actually got a little bit of a pullback here today. I want to buy this thing at like 32. So I'm watching CELH for a green dot. But again, guys, if you look at this chart, okay, that monthly is extremely, extremely bullish. Okay, you got to target all the way up there to around $100. Okay, this is one of the biggest energy drink companies in the world. They got earnings coming up here on the 13th, but I still love CELH here. I still really like it. Again, we're up above the EMAs. What was happening here? Okay, getting rejected, getting rejected, getting rejected, getting rejected, getting rejected. Breakout, pullback, ripski. Yep. So just waiting on a little bit more of a pullback here, I guess, and a green dot. I'd buy CELH on the next green dot. That's where I'd buy it. But this thing has a lot of room. Again, if you guys use our sell strategy, if you use the auto fib, okay, that red line up there is normally the place where you want to take profits. Okay. Look at that. Perfect profit taking territory, perfect profit taking territory. That's all the way up there at $95. The stock is sitting at 35 and they have a legit company and they actually make money. Okay. They're making $400 million a quarter. Okay. They're doing very, very well and they're buying out their competition. Okay. They just bought out one of their biggest competitors. So again, the last time we got a green dot on the monthly, okay, that was right here at $1. It went all the way up to 100. That was a 100x trade if you guys made it all the way to the top, which probably none of you did because I'd be selling from $1 to 40. That's a 4,000% move. Or I'm sorry, yeah, 40x. That's a 40x move. You put in 1,000 here, you're making 4,000. 10,000 here, you're making 40,000. 100,000 here, you're making 400,000. Okay, same story here. We're getting the same signal. So I really like CELH. That's been on the watch list for a while. It's just kind of been going sideways here. Okay, it's setting up for a move. So if you get a big dip down to 32 into the EMAs there, I would buy the crap out of this thing. Okay, but what I'm watching for on CELH is a green dot there. Okay, watch for the green dot there on the daily. And the 4 hour, like I said, 32 is a fantastic buy target there on CELH. We got UA. UA is still below the 50, which means, right, the monthly is green. I'm sorry, red. So I would wait for, I would not buy these stocks, guys. The UA, Nike, anything that has China exposure, I would run from. I would absolutely run from it. Tyke Rate says gold going to hit 4K by summer. Your guess is as good as mine, but based on how the markets are looking, yeah, most likely it will be hitting. I mean, look at this thing. This thing's just ripping, dude. But look how far off the EMAs it is right now, right? Look at Bitcoin. Okay, Bitcoin's sitting closer to the averages than gold. That's why I think Bitcoin's the trade, not gold. But we'll see what happens. It's very possible, dude. If you look at the M2 money supply, it's very, very possible. TIA, another request here. This one's still below the 50, and it's also still red there on the monthly. CRO is red on the monthly. What's up with that? Okay, but we're above the 50, so I still like CRO above 8 cents. Okay, I'd buy the crap out of CRO. I'd buy it here at 9. But we've been buying this thing since the golden dot back down here in March at 7. So again, this is just a base, right? We're just consolidating. Consolidation, right? Looks like this. Sideways. Sideways. Okay. We're going sideways right now. Just going sideways. Okay. Not doing much. Okay. Everyone wants to buy CRO up here at 20 cents. No one wants to buy it down here at 9. So I still like CRO here. It's putting in a bull flag right now. I'd buy the crap out of it right here, right now. I like it at 9 cents, and I think it's a solid project. They partnered with Trump's media company to launch their own ETFs, and their coin is going to be included in those ETFs. So, yeah, I mean, I'm putting that on the green list. I don't know why that's not on the green list already, but I think that's another one you'll see a green dot here in May on for CRO. Okay, that thing just needs to get over 10, and it's going to absolutely fly. Here's virtual. Nice breakout. Okay, now we got the breakout. Now let's wait for that pullback. Okay, it's going to be green here on the monthly because, again, when we're above the EMAs, we're in a bull run. Okay, we're in a bull market. We got that takeoff phase. We broke out over the mean, broke out over the averages. Okay, break out over the average. What are we looking for? We're looking for that first pullback, that first green dot after the breakout and the ripski. First breakout here, right? You got the takeoff phase. The takeoff phase is when you break over the averages, breaking over the averages. What happens after that? The first sell-off. Okay, you're going to get a little profit taken, and then you're going to get a green dot, and you're going to get a freaking rip. Okay, I would wait for a pullback either to like $1 to 80 cents. Okay, not saying you can't go parabolic here, but I do believe it will pull back into these averages eventually. And again, this green dot was called out last week at 64 cents. You're already up around 200% on that. This looks really good here, guys. This looks really good. Virtual, it's not on Coinbase, so I'm not interested, but yeah, I would probably take some profits here if you were in, right? If you're buying here at 40 cents, guys, you're up how much? You're up 250%. So again, I would want to see it pull back closer to the averages And that's where I look to attack. Okay, the next green dot, I would buy the crap out of virtual here. We got ZK still below the average, which means what? We're still red on the monthly. So I'd wait for that monthly to flip. ZIG is green on the monthly, which means, hey, we're breaking out over the 50 here. Okay, nice little breakout there over the 50. Let's wait for that first pullback. Honestly, if you want to buy this thing, you can here. I would just use a stop loss at 0.079. What else we got? We got a green candle right there on the monthly. Daily's still below the 50 though. I'd wait for a breakout. Superverse is breaking out though. So Superverse, I would buy the next daily green dot. You got the green candle there on the monthly. Again, we want the green candle because that tells us the macro direction is in our favor, right? We're trending in the upward direction. We have broken our downtrend and we are now breaking out. We are now taking off. Okay. So after the takeoff, after we break the EMAs, we want that first pullback and that first green dot, folks. You're seeing this in real time here. Super looks good. Okay. I'd buy the next daily green dot there. Theta hasn't broken yet, which means the monthly is what? The monthly is red if we're below the EMAs. So Theta is kind of a lagger here. Okay. It hasn't really broke out yet. VNTR, Venture Mind AI. Okay, this one's breaking out here, but it looks like a very new project. So there's just not enough volume. Filecoin hasn't broken out yet either, but it is green there on the monthly. It's sitting right on the average. So I like it as long as it can hold on to 250. We got VLE. I wonder who requested this. Our boy Rainmeyer. What's going on, dude? Okay, this one's still a sell for me. This one's still a sell. I would be taking profits right here at 778. We got CMG. CMG's putting in a green candle on the monthly. Trying to break out here. This thing needs to hold on to $50. Nike, again, I would avoid Nike here. Tariffs are just bad for these clothing companies. Bad. Okay, wait for the monthly to flip to green here. ACN, also red on the monthly. OSCR, also red on the monthly. Casper, CSPR, can't even see this one. What the hell? Yeah, I don't know. This is too much of it looks like a meme. I don't know too much about it, but it is green on the monthly if you want to buy it, but I can't see the damn chart, right? It's just down and to the right. Not a lot of excitement here. And then XTZ, this is another lagger that hasn't reclaimed that 50-day moving average. I got stopped out on this one, I think a couple months ago. It's sitting at 55. So I'd wait for that to flip or wait for that break of that 50 EMA on our trading indicator, and that'll be a good solid spot. And that looks like it for today, folks. If you guys got chart requests for Wednesday's video, just drop them over here inside of the chart request thread here. We'll be covering the rest of these names on that video, so make sure you guys get them in. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you guys got some value out of today's video. Again, if you guys want the trading indicators that we talked about today, the EMAs, right, the Fibonacci, and the red and green dot indicator, you guys can download those right over here inside of the trading indicator tab by clicking this link. Takes a couple of clicks and everything loads directly into your TradingView account. If you guys have trouble, just feel free to shoot me an email. One more thing I want to say, guys, is that I will never, ever DM you or add you as a friend on social media or Discord. I'll never do it. Okay. There's a lot of people impersonating me, a lot of scammers out there. So please beware of scammers. Do not accept any friend requests from anybody named Overkill or Overkill Trading. If they're asking you for money, if they're asking you for crypto, it is not me. Please read these server rules if you guys are new. And if you guys are not a member, you guys want to connect with our community. Again, we have about 2,000 members now in our Discord. It's about $4 a month, and you guys get access to all the trade alerts, the weekly watch list. We drop a watch list every single Friday. Advanced market analysis. You'll be able to request video or charts for these videos on Monday and Wednesday. You'll get access to our member chat giveaways and also 24/7 trade support over here. And if you guys have any questions about any of that, feel free to hit me up. Also, you guys could see everything that I use here inside of the trading apps tab. So you got the trading indicator, obviously, in the trading indicator tab, but I trade crypto on Coinbase and Robinhood. I use Robinhood for stocks as well. You guys could start your accounts by clicking these links. And then TradingView is the website that we use today. So this indicator only works inside of TradingView. TradingView is tradingview.com. You guys can go to that website and sign up, or you can use my affiliate link if you guys want to and start your account over there. It's free. They do have a paid version that you guys can pay for and get access to more stuff, but that is all over there inside the trading apps tab. And again, if you guys are new, I got a free trading course today that goes more in depth on our strategy, our approach to the markets. So if you guys want to check that out, feel free to go over there to the trading course tab, completely free. And if you guys missed the beginning of stream, we have the replay posted right here in the latest tab. You guys can watch it right here. Today is April 28th. You could also watch past live streams over here as well. Every single one is posted over there in the Discord, completely free to watch. We also got the news channel right here, which gives you guys all the news. You can see Arizona passed a bill to establish a Bitcoin reserve today. Also, MasterCard has added a crypto stablecoin settlement support for merchants. That's huge for crypto. You got Bitcoin's chart looking really good here, and a lot more cool stuff over here. If you guys have any questions about anything, feel free to shoot me an email. My email is right here inside of the server rules at the bottom, overkill@overkillinvesting.club. And that's it for today, folks. If you guys have chart requests for Wednesday's video, like I said, get them over here on the chart request thread. I will be answering those live on Wednesday, 4:30 Pacific time. I'll see you guys there. Have a good night. God bless you. Peace.